Hello everyone, this is Bhavna Mehra and today we are continuing the evolution of money series. In the previous video, I have covered barter system and the drawbacks related to that. And in this, we will specifically focus on the various stages in the development of money. So refer to the previous video to understand the evolution of money from the scratch. The drawbacks of barter system led to the gradual use of exchange medium and were also indicating to introduce something new, which was feasible enough to carry out the day-to-day transactions easily. Thus, money came into existence, but it has undergone a long process of historical evolution. Before understanding the development or evolution of money, it is important to know some of the definitions of money. It has been defined differently by different economists. Like, money is that money does by worker. One thing that possesses general acceptability by Seligman. Money is one of the most fundamental of all the man's invention by Crowther. So, it is clear from these definitions that money is essentially functional and also must satisfy the general acceptability criterion. Therefore, definitions given by Robertson and Crowther may be considered better as these definitions cover both the qualities of money. Robertson defined money as anything which is widely accepted in payment of goods or in discharge of other kinds of business obligations called money. And Crowther defines money as anything that is generally acceptable as a means of exchange and at the same time acts as a measure and store of value. So, these two definitions include all the important functions of money and also its basic characteristics, that is general acceptability. Now, let us understand the development or evolution of money. We will notice that in the whole process of evolution and to believe in the records, this money has undergone 7 stages so far and provided to be useful at every stage. Starting with animal money. In primitive agricultural communities, domestic animals were used as money. Cattle were considered the common instrument of exchange. Different things were valued in terms of the number of cattle that can command in exchange. In ancient India, according to Arthaveda, Godhen, that is cow wealth, was accepted as a form of money. Similarly, up to the 4th century BC, cow and sheep were officially recognized forms of money to be used for collecting fines and taxes in the Roman state. In Homeric poems written in probably 9th century BC, the prices of commodities were expressed in terms of ox. After animal money, we moved on to commodity money. In many countries, primitive money took the form of commodity money. A number of commodities like bows, arrows, animal skins, shells, precious stones, rice, tea, etc. were used as money. The selection of a commodity to serve as money depended upon different factors like the location of the community, climate of the region, cultural and economic development of the society, etc. For instance, communities living by the seashore chose shells or fish hooks as money. In the cold regions like Alaska and Siberia, people adopted animal skins and furs as money. In the tropical regions of Africa, elephant tusks and tiger jaws were used as money. A very interesting fact is that cowrie shell. You can see the picture here of the cowrie shell. So cowrie shells were one of the first and most popular forms of money and were used to conduct trade around Africa and Asia. In fact, these shells were used as a currency in Africa specifically Uganda, until the 19th century. But animal and commodity money had many serious disadvantages, like it lacks uniformity and standardization. They were all inefficient store of value. Animals and commodities were not easily transferable, and many more. Therefore, the metallic money came into existence. With the growth of society from pastoral to commercial stage, the consumption of money also changed from animal and commodity money to metallic money. Gold and silver were the metals mostly used to form metallic money. Due to their scarcity, usefulness, and attractiveness, gold and silver were regarded as natural money. The use of metals as money ultimately led to the development of coinage system. According to A.J. Toynbee, the coinage began in Lydia, or Lydia we can say, a Greek city-state around 700 BC. The coinage continued till the 17th century. Though metallic money overcame most of the difficulties of animal and commodity money, but it had its own disadvantages, like quick transactions were not possible through coins. On account of its weight, large quantities of coins were not easily portable. Metallic money could be easily lost or stolen. Every time the quantity and quality of the metals is to be tested. So these were some of the disadvantages. Therefore, finally, paper money came into existence. Paper currency first developed in Tang Dynasty, China during the 7th century. Although true paper money did not appear until the 11th century. Or we can say China was the first to use paper money somewhere in 7th century. Western adopted somewhere in 13th century when Marco Polo introduced it in Europe, and by the 17th century Europe had caught onto the trend and goldsmiths adopted the practice of using notes as a security. In the later stages, paper money developed into flat money or inconvertible legal tender. Paper money was not convertible into metals. It has been noticed that the merits of paper money are more than its demerits. In reality, in almost every country, paper money is extensively used. Proper and effective control of paper money is conducive to economic prosperity in the country. Along with the paper money, credit money or bank money also emerged due to the development of banking institutions and their credit creation activities. Bank money or credit money were introduced in the form of checks, drafts, bills of exchange, credit card, etc. These days, plastic money in the form of debit cards are becoming popular. Thus, bank money has become the most important form of money in modern times because it is not only a very convenient form of money for large payments but also eliminates risk and is durable. And one of the important factors also associated with the bank money is that, in fact, credit money is not money. It only performs the functions of money. So, credit money is regarded as near money. Now, moving on to electronic banking stage. The USA and many other developed countries have now entered into an era of electronic banking. Instead of using cash and checks, people can make deposits and purchases simply by electronic signals. Does this mean that money is no longer being used or that money has become obsolete? The answer is certainly no. Electronic banking does not mean the death of money. It only means that the method of transferring money is changing. The latest development or evolution is in the form of cryptocurrency. The cryptocurrency is a new form of digital asset based on a network that is distributed across a larger number of computers. This decentralized structure allows them to exist outside the control of governments and central authorities. The crypto market has gained momentum since March this year, that is 2020, or we can say 2020, when the Supreme Court lifted the Reserve Bank of India's controversial ban on the trade of the virtual currency. Both the government and the RBI have confirmed that cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, are legal in India now. And the latest and the interesting news regarding cryptocurrency is, on 1st June, cryptocurrency aggregator, that is CoinSwitch, launched an Indian rupee cryptocurrency exchange mobile application named Kuber, exclusively for the Indian market. CoinSwitch Kuber supports over 100 cryptocurrencies for users to buy, sell, and trade digital assets with the INR. So we can say that cryptocurrency is the latest happening on the long path in the evolution of money. Money has been under evolution since ages. It is still evolving and shall ever remain so. So that's it for today. Topic like classification of money will be covered in the last and the final video of this series. So till then, do subscribe the channel to get to know more about our economy and business, and also subscribe my Telegram channel by the name of Bhavna Mehra. I'll soon come with the next video in continuation of this series of evolution of money. Till then, maintain social distancing and stay safe.